Hello, Danhausen here. Danhausen here to let you know that you are watching Dre41 Gaming. They do video games of some sort. Who knows? Danhausen doesn't. But you're very nice, very evil, do time. And if you do not watch this channel, you shall rue the day.
What's up, y'all? It is your boy Dre41, aka Mr. 4K, aka El Fuego, Spicy Dre. And we're back playing one of the... Oh my goodness. This MAGA maniac, this goofy. Oh my goodness. Alright. We already starting off this episode stupid. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this guy... Bruh. I don't care about you. Like, why are you in my face? You just got to get yourself over, huh? Look at this hot dog skin goofy. Get out of here. Oh boy, I'm just trying to shine off my greatness, trying to come up off me. Come on, man, cut it out. I ain't even about that. And now look at Mr. Knees right here. Sorry. Shout out to Kevin Nash. But no, homeboy really think he about that life. Like, bruh, what do you want from me? Like, you just want to challenge me? You're gonna lose. But yo, the one thing I have to say, like, this is one of my favorite wrestling games, point blank period. Like, another, like, okay, if I only had two choices, and I think I said this before in the live stream, but if I only had two choices to play two wrestling games, okay, let's say three, right? Boom. It's gonna be Shut Your Mouth. Definitely gonna be Shut Your Mouth. It's gonna be Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. And I think the third one has to be, because I grew up like really watching wrestling in the Attitude Era. I know people are gonna say it's bugged out me saying this. It's gonna be WWF Attitude for the PlayStation 1. Now, I might cut that in half, right? Say WWF Attitude / WWE 13, because that's basically WWF Attitude or WWE Attitude Part .2, version 2.0, something like that. Those two games right there, honestly, was probably two of my favorite Attitude Era, because honestly, like, WWE 13 was like a love letter to the Attitude Era. You feel me? And I think like that game really embodied even like the look of the game and everything like that. Like, they really made sure that it like looked like an Attitude Era. Like, I enjoyed that. Like, that was something really cool. And I really like that game. I like both of those. I know some people are like, yo, I don't really like WWF Attitude because the controls are stupid. And I mean, you know, looking back at things, yes, the controls were fighting game controls. But the thing about it is it was just like, at that time, okay, well, you can sit there and say like the Aki games showed you that you can use like just one button controls for like grapples. Cool. But at the time it was Acclaim. Acclaim wasn't really popping like that as far as like innovation in a wrestling game. Like, they just kind of took the wrestlers and made like a 3D fighting game out of it, which it is what it is. And like at the time, it was because we were fans of WWF. It was just like we just learned how to play it, and I learned how to play it. And because I played it throughout the years, like, even though other wrestling games came out after that, like the SmackDown games, things like that, I still played WWF Attitude because it just had that era of wrestling that I just enjoyed the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just enjoyed it. But yeah, back to this game. I'm putting in work against Kevin Nash. He can't really do anything against me. Big Liger Bomb. I wish they do have the running one, but I ain't give it to him, so it's fine. And then I beat him with a come on. I didn't even do a finisher. Kevin Nash, extra regular. He can't. And of course I get jumped after. Of course, because why not? That kick to the ribs was the weakest. Oh, the MAGA maniac. He's coming to help me, brother. It's because I'm wearing red. Oh my goodness, yo. Oh, get him out of here, bruh. Why is he around me? I don't want nothing to do with this guy. He just can't leave me alone. My goodness, bruh. This guy. This goofy. Like, I guess we're gonna probably tag or some nonsense like that. I'm gonna find a way to get out of this. I don't wanna tag with him. I really don't. I don't want to tag with Hogan. I have zero interest in tagging with this man. I'm gonna be honest. Zero interest. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, also, if you're looking at this and you're saying like, yo, this looks a little different, like, I put a filter on it to kind of like sharpen the images because a lot of people on YouTube, like, they play it on emulators, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with playing these games on emulators. Like, to be completely honest, that's an okay thing. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. Honestly, I'm a little bit jealous, to be completely honest. Now, you can sit there and say, oh, well, you could download these on, you know what I'm saying, like, on your PC and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I could, but I don't want to. To be completely, I'm just being honest. Like, I don't want to. Like, I have the physical games. Like, I don't want two of the same thing, so it kind of doesn't make sense for me to do it. That's just, you know what I'm saying, how I feel. But, I put a filter over it just to sharpen the image a little bit because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Look how good this game looks. Look how good this game still looks. And this game came out, what, 2002? 2002, something like that. Something crazy. I mean, yeah, like, so, honestly, for me, it's like, yo, this game stood the test of time. And which is crazy because, like, I grew up playing these Ukes games. And it was like, to me, at the you know, a couple of years ago, up until a couple of years ago, I felt like Ukes knew what they were doing when it came down to, like, developing a wrestling game. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Because AEW Fight Forever, I'm not gonna say it's garbage. It just didn't hit. It didn't hit. Like, I downloaded it, I played it a little bit. I didn't even play through the story. I need to unlock everybody. Eventually, I'm probably gonna get back on that game. It's just gonna take a minute for me to, like, be able to get, like, antiquated again with the controls. And I don't know. I felt like it was like they had such a new product, a new IP. You know what I'm saying? It was a developer who's known for wrestling games. And it's like they dropped the ball. Like, I don't even care if they said they rushed it, right? Because let's be honest, they didn't make no new engine from the jump. They didn't make no new engine, dog. Like, you see, like, movements and animations that are in WWE games right now. So, like, skip me with all that. Oh, they started from scratch. No, they didn't. Like, come on now. But I think what they should have did, I don't think they should have rushed the game, to be completely honest. They should have had I'm pretty sure they had a roadmap of, like, what they wanted. I just feel like, no, they weren't ever gonna, like, first game out be, like, the same as WWE games. They weren't. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, they're never gonna pull that off on the first game. But I think that what they could have did was, you know what I'm saying, get a good foundation, and I don't think they did that. I mean, it's like car mode was, like, thrown on. Like, I felt like they didn't even really plan to have it in the game, and then they were just like, you know what, throw something in there. Like, honestly, like, car mode is so bad, I'd rather them not even have done it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'd rather them not have even done it. Like, don't even put it in there, because it's less than bare bones. It's just because bare bones, I felt like have more options. They could have just did, like, edit the in-game wrestlers and have more options with that, like different attires. I would have been okay with that rather than the bare bones nonsense that they gave us. But regardless, I would have said give them more time. I would have said full entrances, because the 5-second entrance thing on next gen systems in 2024 is crazy work. Well, no, it came out in 2023. It's crazy work. That doesn't even make sense, dog. Like, are you serious? Like, we can't get full. Like, this game came out 20 years ago, and it got full entrances. And you mean to tell me they didn't have the time to do full entrances? And the best aspect of it is, oh, you can control the pyro. Man, I don't give a fuck. Bruh, I'm trying to see presentation. Why would I want to control the pyro? Is it an okay feature? Sure. But I'd much rather not. I don't care about controlling pyro. I don't care. I remember in one WWE game, I want to say SVR 06 or 07, when you come out with the WWE Championship, the spinner, like you can control when it spins. Like, it's stupid, but it's there, you know. You don't have to use it, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like I rooted for AEW games. Like, I rooted for Fight Forever, yo. Like, I was the guy on here damn near every other video saying, yo, I trust the process. I believe in them. I know they can make a wrestling game. These are the guys. And I don't know, like, what happened, or I think the biggest thing was, it was just like, bro, the controls are just not great. Like, they should have never said to them, I don't think they should have ever said anything about, like, making it like an Aki game, because one thing people can't seem to forget is the Aki games play better on the Nintendo 64 controller. The controllers we have current day are not N64 controllers. They're not. So it's all the button mapping is just going to be weird, because a Nintendo 64 controller has more face buttons than controllers today, and they had less shoulder buttons. So it's just like, when you try to say you're going to make a game play like a game from 20 years ago, it's always like, I don't know if that's even a good idea. I truly don't. I don't know if it's a good idea. But regardless of that, I feel like they overall had a good gameplay. I just think the controls are ass. I honestly, I don't like the, like, I don't like the controls in WWE 2K games. I do not like the controls. Like, I don't even enjoy it. Like, it makes me not even enjoy the game when I don't like the controls. That's why I could play this game and not play it for a year and jump back on it, no problem, because the controls were easy enough to pick up and play. Now with these 2K games, it's like you could button mash and just win. You could press whatever you want. You don't believe me? You could, up, down, down. When they was having people play the game, they was button mashing. They set it up to where you can button mash and win. Let you get on this game right here and try to button mash your way to a victory. You're going to lose. You are going to lose expeditiously. You're going to lose with the quickness, because you can't do that. I wish that, honestly, like, 2K would really get to the point where they would take the community's input as far as controls go and kind of revert back, I want to say, because it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude, the controls for 2K19 I feel like were the best. Like, this combo system thing that they got in 2K now is dumb. It's dumb. I don't like it. The grappling system is dumb. The Irish whip system is dumb. You got a collar and elbow tie up to do an Irish whip. What type of, like, that's the I've never been to a wrestling show in my life. Where wrestlers initiate an Irish whip off of a collar and elbow tie up. I've never seen it. Can somebody please show? Like, I know, like, when they start a match, they do the collar and elbow tie up. You feel me? And they, they're like two bulls locking horns. A test of strength kind of a deal going on. But, like, to initiate that Irish whip off of a collar and elbow tie up, they usually, one wrestler forces the other one either against the ropes or against the turnbuckle. And then that's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you can, like, start an Irish whip or whatever. But it just doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't make sense. And also, to reverse the Irish whip, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's something that's glossed over, man. And it's like, I don't know, my hype for these 2K games are just floundering. And I think that's the reason why I had so much hope for I had so much hope for AEW. I had so much hope for them, but I don't know. They fell short, man. They fell short. The roster wasn't as big. It was really outdated. I don't know. I just it's so weird. I expected more from them, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like can't do nothing about it now. I mean, the game is done. They're probably gonna go to WB Games or NetherRealm or whatever they're gonna go to. I don't know. But they own the rights to the engine, so that's cool. I don't know if another developer would even try to like add on to it. I mean, it's a good base. It's a good base. I would just say set the game up. First off, like the disrespect with some of the models, like you can tell they put effort in some and not the others. They definitely did that. But I would say make sure the roster at least $150. The roster got to be like 150 at minimum. Roster got to be at least 150. And I would have to say you got to have a good call mode. You got to have a good story mode. You have to have more matches. Are you serious? Have more matches, dog, and full entrances. Like, don't ever treat me like a goofy for a full price game, a full price wrestling game, and you don't have full entrances. What? You acting goofy? Like I can't do that. I'm sorry. Like that's dumb. Like that's dumb for real. So I'm not doing that. I'm cool on that nonsense. But yeah, I mean it's just basically like I feel like the next game should be better. I'm not gonna say it will. Because if they do mess with another developer, which I feel like they are, I don't think they're going back to use. The new developer is in uncharted territory. They're in uncharted territory. And it's like people say, oh, EA, hell no. EA don't need it. Hell, even 2K didn't need a wrestling game. I'm going to be honest with you. If it was up to me, Ukes would have kept the WWE franchise. I'm so serious. Like, Ukes would have kept it. THQ would have still, you know what I'm saying, been handling their business right. And in my perfect world, THQ would have still been publishing. Facts. Because I'm telling you, man, like, yo, these man, I don't know. I just think like this whole thing is just whack. For real. I feel like it was just, I don't know, it was just, I don't know. I just say, like, at the end of the day, we got what we got, but I feel like 2K could do a better job with these wrestling games if they actually listen. I don't even know, like, who makes the decision on the controls. I would love to have a conversation with them. Like, not even playing, like, and like, ask them, like, yo, talk to me about the decision on, like, the controls. Talk to me about the decision of putting, like, a card collecting game where you have these alternate egos or alternate attires for wrestlers that are locked behind this one mode. And call parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like it. Because it forces you to play a mode that you never even really wanted. And I get it. It's because they put it in the basketball game. So they was like, we're going to put it in the wrestling game too. But I don't think it's needed, to be completely honest. But they'll never take it out. They're going to try to make monetization. They're going to try to monetize the hell out of that mode. But you only get a certain amount of people. I don't think you're going to get NBA 2K numbers. Definitely not going to do that. So, I don't know. To me, I think it's a bad move, and I don't like it because mainly in wrestling games, it's like you gotta play through the story to unlock everything, and that's kind of, what I like. So, I don't know. I feel weird that they got this mode where it's like trapped behind it. Like, for instance, boxing gloves are in the game, but you gotta go through, what is it, My Faction to unlock them? Bro, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not for but bro, First off, call parts should never be locked like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you got to play through my, my career, what is it? I forgot what they call it. My wrestler, whatever. My career, whatever they call it. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go through that and you unlock it, that's cool. But it's just like, bruh, like, man, I just want the boxing gloves. Muhammad Ali should have boxing gloves, damn it. It's so weird. Like, 2K is so odd. And then they did this goofy thing. I know people don't remember this, but in 22, they had good sneakers, and then they put out a patch to remove all the good sneakers. And I'm just like, bruh. Oh yeah, y'all acting different. Okay, bet. Like, they took out all the sneakers, and now they got all like bootleg, like the Nike ones. But it's funny because they still have some, but it's like, I guess they got in trouble. Like, they had some good Nikes in there. They had the Uptowns, they had some Jordans, they got some KDs in there. They had the Nike mags in there for Kushida. It was tough, and then they goofed it, bruh. They goofed it, and it was just like, bro, y'all some offies. Like, y'all scary. Y'all mad scary. Like, I can't mess with y'all. And that's another thing. Like, the sneaker game in it is just trash. It's trash. But yeah, like, let's forget about that. We playing this game. Big clothesline. Let's hold that. Let's change up the whole subject. For real. Oh man. But here's the thing. I did a live stream, and I don't know why. It's just, I haven't done that many live streams, and that's on me, man. Like, that's really on me. And I feel like the problem is, it's mainly because my live streams always end bad. Like, it never continues the live stream. Something always happens. Something goofs, and the live stream just stops working. And I don't understand what's going on. Like, I really don't. I do not know what's going on. I have not defined this idea, but I don't know. It's whatever. And now I'm just going. I want to beat up Hulk. I want to beat up Hulk Hogan. I want to beat up RVD, but it was just like, all right, let me just get the win, get it over and done with. I need to get out of this tag team with Hulk Hogan. Like, I don't want to be with the MAGA Maniac. I really don't. And I know you don't want no politics. I don't want to team up with him for obvious reasons. Like, I just don't. Like, he's not a good person. He lies a lot. My goodness. Like, talk about living the gimmick. Like, in his mind, Joe, his perception of reality is nuts. Like, I can't even pretend to know what goes on in this man's mind. I can't, but his world fell apart. Think about it. His ex-wife left him for a younger dude. His daughter dates black men. He hates that. He really hates that. And his son is a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, WWE disavowed him. They excommunicated him. He was persona non grata for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? He had to go to TNA, which I know was like some bottom of the barrel nonsense. No, actually, he was in TNA when he left, which was some bottom of the barrel career move for Hulk Hogan. I know it was. But to be honest, there never was a time where I was really like into Hulk Hogan. Like, maybe when he was with the NWO and WCW, but he wasn't really the guy. Like, he was the guy because he had the championship, but to me, he wasn't the guy. It was always like Hall and Nash. To be completely honest, like, they were the cool ones. Hogan was just there. Like, Hogan was never cool. Like, I don't know. Like, he's just not cool. I don't know. Like, he was never cool. Like, people was a fan of his because he was like the white meat babyface in the 80s, but he was never cool. Like I don't know how to explain it, but he was never cool. He was just like, to me, he was like how John Cena was. It was like there was no edge to him. Like, even though John Cena like got big off of being a heel, but once he turned babyface, that was it. That was it. And it was just like, there was nothing to him. And it's just like, it's not realistic. It's not. Like, people aren't perfect. And that that perfect type of character to me. Just, and mind you, when Hulk Hogan was at his like prime or younger, whenever he was young, because he came out the vagina bald. Um, but I feel like, I don't know, like I was too young to really recognize like that he stood out. And then by like the 90s, it was just like, bruh, like he's just the old dude who doesn't have good. His finisher was a leg drop. Like dog, I can never get behind somebody whose finisher is a leg drop. I can't. Like late WCW, he was doing a power bomb, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was cool to see. But other than that, Hogan was extra regular. The NWO got him popping. And then he kind of parlayed that when he became the Hulkamaniac again in WWE. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, still, at the end of the day, for me, like, I just don't want to team up with him, damn it. I don't want to team up with him. Point blank. For real. So I'm just trying to get through this story. And in this game, the funny thing is like, you can make choices that completely change the story. And that's the thing that I appreciate so much about this. Because it's like, it gave you more control. Kinda. So it's like, even in this like gameplay, like you could be in a story mode. I mean, you could be in a feud with somebody, and then like a cutscene will happen, and it'll be like, oh, this person called you out. Do you want to go out there? Do you want to do this? And it would like RVD. And with RVD, he come out, no more NWO. No more NWO. Point blank. I love it. I love it. Because I know what was going to happen. So it's just like, I'm cool. Like, but I feel like I should play with somebody else than Jushin Liger and like play the story again. Because, I don't know, like getting to the title with Jushin was cool, but I feel like I could play this with somebody else. Probably like with an RVD. I don't know. Like maybe somebody with like a standing finisher. Because I know with RVD in this game, I gave him a standing finisher, basically super kick. And then he does the frog splash too. And this game had the best frog splash, point blank period. Argue with your mother about it. But yeah, I might play with somebody else. But here comes the pain too. I got Scott Steiner as world champion in that one, so I might do it back and forth. That's what I might do. One week I'll do Jushin, the other week I'll do Scott. I think I'm gonna do that, and I think that will be good. Like maybe like a 20-minute episode. You know, this one is 40 minutes. It was a full hour, but I cut out like the loading screens and nonsense like that, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. But another big win for my boy Jushin, able to successfully defend the World Championship, WWE Championship, and yeah, you know, just getting these W's out in these streets. That's what I do. You feel me? In the live stream I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. The live stream I just took an L. I ate that L. It's fine. We ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't tripping too much about it. So it is what it is. Oh, my boy, good old JR, what's poppin'? What you need to talk to me about, G's? I got an offer for you, the leading actor in a movie. Okay, we getting that bread. Alright, so I gotta leave. Oh, injury angle. I remember this. Injury angle. Out the gate. Injury angle. I already know what this is. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Take me off of TV. And that's the thing I like about this game. Like, you don't gotta play each week. If you decide to take a movie role, you just go on for an extended period of time, which is cool. I hope eventually we get a wrestling game where the story is more dictated towards what you want to do. Like, you're always gonna have wrestling matches, you can do that, but I think like outside of the box stuff, and because I got to chill with wrestlers, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago, real heavy back in like 2020, 2021, I was around wrestlers a lot, and it was cool. They live a whole different life than what we do. Like, their lifestyle is completely different, believe me. Let me stop. But nah, it's like there's other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like, all right, so my perfect in my perfect wrestling game, like a story mode, I would say you start off in the indies. You definitely start out in the indies, and I would say because it's gameplay wise, and I know people don't want to grind like that. I know people don't want to grind. I would say maybe a year in the indies. So I want to say like maybe 30 matches, but it has to be like heavy story. It has to be heavy story because it has to keep you invested. You know what I'm saying? Because 30 matches, bruh, like that's a lot of matches. You feel me? Like winning matches, losing matches, things like that. Like, you know, injuries, um, getting to shows, missing shows, working while you're hurt, uh, you know, um, dealing with or not dealing with, like, you know, doing meet and greets, really grinding it out. And I think the story would be great if, like, you're like, you know, you're one of the ring guys. You're putting up the ring. You've always been a fan of wrestling, and you're just like, man, like, I just want to be in that ring. I set it up. I already know the ins and outs of putting together a ring. Now I want to be in the ring. I want to be performing. Like, I want to be that guy. And then getting into a school, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you boost up your stats in the beginning. You feel me? Doing like these slams and like that's where it's training you in this tutorial now, because you're learning the moves. And then from there you get your little bookings. Now, I think with payment wise, like within the game itself, to like unlock stuff, I think like in the beginning it's like unlocking like different boots, knee pads, elbow pads, accessories, gear like that. And that's what you can like add on call mode. Like call mode will still have like a bunch of stuff, but it's just like going through career mode, you unlock other little things. You feel me? And I think that would be cool. And then it's like you can, you know, like hire a manager, or you can hire, you know, like a travel agent to assist you. I don't want it to get too deep to where it's like, oh, I gotta do too much. I just want to wrestle, but I want it to be like where it's you're really managing your career. You feel me? Like some places you go to, they don't pay as much, but it's more eyes on you. So it's like, all right, do I take this booking over that booking, or you can overbook yourself? You feel me? Which can potentially cause injury, things like that they do not have in wrestling games. Like they don't have that anymore, and I think that will make it like stand out, and I think it will make the game way better. And I think Triple H randomly attacking me after a win is really odd. Why in the hell? What did I do to him? What did I do to Triple H to make him attack me? Like, what is going on here? I'm so confused. Why? What did I do? Oh, I think it's because of the movie. I think it's because of the movie angle. So they write me off of TV. Look at this little cutscene. 2K could never. 2K would never. They not about that life, bro. Like this right here, just having a little stupid ass cutscene. Like them driving me off in the ambulance. That's tough. That's tough. I like that. I really do, man. If I was the guy like in the lead, or like the creative team, if I was a part of the creative team in 2K, I lie to you not, I would be pressing them so much about making wrestling games more like this. I would be pressed like because their formula right now is copy and paste. There's nothing innovative about what they're doing. I'm so serious. There's nothing innovative about what 2K is doing right now with the WWE franchise. It's nothing new. Like everything they're doing is just copy and paste from year to year to year to year to year. Their backstage is like, oh my goodness, like bruh, it is so boring. The backstage for WWE games, so boring, so lifeless, so like bruh, it doesn't even reflect what you see on TV, bruh. It's like, that's so bad. Like even look at this. They made a stage just to do a cutscene interview. Like, come on, bruh. I don't know. I just feel like the developers are just I don't know. I don't think they're actual fans. I don't think they are, yo. Like, I don't know. That's just me. And maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe they're just like not their fans or whatever. But I don't think they are, yo. I don't know, bruh. Because it's just like, unless they just have no control over it, then it's like, then I guess you just gotta pay your bills. I guess that's just what the case is. But no, like dead serious though, I feel like they could do better because there's no innovation in these games. And I'm not gonna be cocky about this interview. I'm gonna be kind of straightforward. You know what I'm saying? Jushin being a movie star and whatnot. Because this is basically gonna fast forward time. So it is what it is. I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even mad about it at all. So you know, it's cool. Yeah, this is gonna be my last match coming up. Which some of these like stories, like it just doesn't make sense. It literally does not. It doesn't make sense what goes on. And you know, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. So, Jushin Liger making his return after a couple of months out. And I really do want to do live streams. I do. I want to do live streams. I just don't. I don't know what be going on. Like I don't know. I'm gonna check my streaming settings and make sure everything is working properly. Just so we don't have that issue that I did this last Friday. Like last Friday, it was a thing. I don't like it, but yeah, we'll make sure that that stream issue doesn't happen. So what I'm gonna do is back and forth. Jushin Liger playthrough, Scott Steiner playthrough, Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, each week. That's what we'll do, just to keep things fresh for Fridays. So yeah, that's what I'll do. But now I'm about to beat up on Stone Cold, and you know what? Why? Me and Stone Cold had no issues. Even at this time, he wasn't really wrestling like that. Like he really wasn't. Like this was like the end of his run for real. Like he just was not feeling it no more. And think about it, it's not like he had a 20-year run at the top. He really didn't. Like he came, like he didn't really get like what 96 to 2002. Like real talk, like his run wasn't that long. I want to say like 96, no 97. 97 to 2002. That's when Stone Cold was the guy. Like no, he didn't become the guy until 98 when he beat Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. So I want to say like, no, yeah, 98. Yeah, 98 he was the guy. So 98 to 2002. Like, that's not a great run. Like, it's a good run for him because I'm pretty sure he made great money. But I'm talking about in the overall scheme of things, like, that wasn't a big run. Even The Rock, megastar he is, he didn't have a long run of wrestling. He wrestled like 7 years, 8 years in his initial run in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like his run wasn't even like Triple H. He didn't become a big name till like 99, 2000. And his run lasted up until what? He was like part-time, so you feel me? Like a lot of these guys' runs weren't that big. Like John Cena had a long run. Randy Orton had a long run. Batista, what run wasn't that long? You feel me? Like you sit there and you think about it, it's just like a lot of these guys who are top guys in the business or were didn't have big runs. Like even Shawn Michaels, his run wasn't that long either. And mind you, when he came back, I don't consider him like a big run because he was like world champion. He never won the WWE title after that, which is crazy to me. That Shawn Michaels returned from a quote-unquote back injury, because I don't know, but he never like really was like the guy. Because you gotta think, when he came back, there already was established top guys. So Shawn Michaels, even though he was like legendary, shoot, he just never really did anything after that. Like tag team champions with Triple H, but it's just like he ain't do nothing. It was weird. Like a mid-card Shawn Michaels was crazy. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching.